great market, and I have to tell you that Marla's trained as an accountant, and she shared with me her data. And so for all of us who are kind of geeky, she's tracking her farmers market sales and the environmental conditions that are influencing whether or not they have a good market day or a bad market day to help her in planning. And in doing so, she's looking at the weather conditions, whether there's competing events in the community, or whether the market itself has a special event. And so that can inform her in her planning as she looks forward.
That's right.
So welcome. Thank you, Marla.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I need that really bad. As she said, my name is Marla Saeger. I am with the Tahelquah Farmers Market. I'm the president of the board and their anal accountant. Did it come unplugged?
No,
Yeah, it did.
It did. So it's
rebooted.
It's rebooted.
Okay. So our topic today is market cohesion. And what I think of when I think of market cohesion is community and family. And that's what we work on creating our market to be, is a community and a family. Once you build this family, you start with vendors. And you develop this family aspect with them through the year, through the season. And by the end of the season, you better be a pretty good family, because we're there together every week. We see each other at our best and at our worst. So we help each other. As you can see, we think that our purpose as a market is creating an environment for our vendors to sell to our customers. That's the basis of it. You have to create the environment. You have to make your vendors feel welcome. You have to make your customers feel welcome. And then they do their magic and it works out wonderfully. You can change. Okay, vendor partnering. What I've shown you here are different aspects of our vendors. The first thing up here is commitment. We've heard that today. You need your vendors to be committed to being there. If there's a vendor that just comes willy-nilly when they want to, they're not going to do very good on a regular basis. So we need commitment. We support each other. Our vendors buy from each other. They help each other with bathroom breaks, with purchasing breaks. And over here, I don't know if you can really tell there, but we've got a coffee pot and it's a really cold day. And so we're all standing there huddled together. We get blankets out, whatever it takes, we're there for each other. That's the biggest thing, is to be there for each other. And therefore they will be there for you. Yes, sir.
Do you have a building? Is yours an enclosure?
We have a
because
pavilion.
I see both kind of up there.
We have a pavilion.
You have a pavilion?
We have a
with
pavilion.
4 sides?
It's just covered.
It's just covered?
Just covered.
Okay.
Yes. We do have some issues with it sometimes because they put curbs in. They didn't ask us what we needed before they built it. So there's curbs. You have to drive in one way and come out the same way. So it's like herding cats sometimes, especially the first year.
The yearly meeting is in a different place.
Okay, the yearly meeting is in a different place. We have our yearly meeting in January.
I get you.
And so we have a local church that allows us to use their space there. And we have a potluck. This is part of how we cultivate our family, is we have this potluck. And we get to try each other's food. We get to spend some time together. During the market, we're doing our own things. And this is the only time that we really get together to really get to know each other. And that's invaluable. Okay. We do working with our community. This is very, very important. We have different events that happen in our city. We are right off of Main Street, and our community loves parades. And so we're right next to the parade. A lot of our people come walking through the parade, and then on the way back, they'll, oh, I should buy something. And that's really nice. So we really look at working with our different venues, events in our community. We allow fundraisers. This is our Tahelquah Community Garden fundraiser. We have a church that sells recipe books. We have just different events. But this pulls their people into the market, their supporters. Then we do some community educating right over here. This is a lady from our stormwater treatment. And she's got a little setup there where she explains to the children what runoff does, where it goes, how it settles. She has different dyes that she puts in there, and the kids just absolutely love it. And they're getting educated, and that's very valuable. Forwarding our community. This is our local Lake Region Electric Company, and we are rural, and internet is hard to come by unless you're in town. So our Lake Region is trying to get high-speed internet out to all the rural accesses, and so they have pockets where they're trying to get people to sign up ahead of time so that they can fund these projects. I just got high-speed internet last week. I'm so excited. Then we do other things, farming education. The lady up there, she is a master gardener, and she comes and speaks every once in a while. We haven't had her in a couple of years, but we'll get back to her. Then we have some community fun. This bottom one up here, we had a day where a bunch of painters came and set up around the pavilion and painted different things, and people could come by and see what they were painting. And it was a lot of fun.
Do you pay those people?
Nope.
They'll just come.
We just, yep.
Sell their wares.
Exactly. And the last two is what we talked about in the last thing I was in, and this is our farm school. This is a very big way to participate in our community. We get grants to support this, and we take a mini market to the elementary schools one time a year. We target the third graders. Second graders, it's a little over their heads, and fourth graders, you can't teach them anything, they know everything. So we target the third graders. And we give them Veggie Bucks, and they get to go shopping. They come out one classroom at a time. And the first year that we did this, what got me hooked the most was how many teachers came up to me afterwards and said, "You have no idea how many of these children have never seen a fresh vegetable." I didn't know how to respond to that, but it keeps us going. It keeps us, we got to do this every year now. Because not only do they get to see a fresh fresh vegetable, they get to meet the farmer that grew that vegetable. They get to see what kind of people they are, that they're just regular people. You know, they're not big corporate stuff. Okay, next one, please.
How much Veggie Bucks do you get?
$12.
$12.
$12.
Veggie Bucks.
Yes, our Veggie Bucks look like a dollar bill, but instead of having the head of a president on it, it has the head of a cabbage. And every year we put new dates on it and try to make it a little different, a little special. On the back of it, we put the actual school that we're attending that time and an expiration date of the end of our market. And so that way, if they don't spend those Veggie Bucks there, they can come to the market and spend their Veggie Bucks.
And are the farmers basically, I'm sorry, are the farmers basically giving that away?
No, they get paid.
They get paid, so
They get paid.
The market manager's reimbursing those farmers.
The grants that we get
The grants
pay the Veggie Bucks.
Okay, cool.
And we also give them $25 travel allowance, each of the farmers, each of the vendors. We give them $25 for traveling. We give all the kids a big bag that has different documents in it and things for them to use throughout the year. We have a refrigerator magnet that we give them that has all of the, like a cup is the equivalences of cups and pints and stuff like that.
And so this is done, since you're giving them money, the farmers' money, this is done outside of a Saturday or something?
Right.
This is
It's
some other time?
during a school day.
During school days? Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Right. Okay, how do we bring in new customers? Well, we target children. That's a big thing. If you get the children in there, you're going to get the parents. So we have a balloon man. And yes, he's kind of noisy, but the children love it. Anything you can do to bring the children in. We had a pumpkin painting session around Halloween last year. Just anything to, because they're the next generation. They need to learn how to eat good. Okay, then we have branding of our market and tourism. So we did t-shirts this last year. And, okay, we had tried t-shirts years ago, but we did these plain Jane t-shirts that were white and they just had our little logo on them. And we couldn't give those away. So this year we have colors. And we had several different kinds of t-shirts. We targeted them for different time periods. We had one that's a patriotic, and it was for July 4th. We have this festival called Red Fern Festival. And it is the largest thing that happens in Tahelquah. And it's right next door, it's right all around us. And we have people that come in from all over. So we did t-shirts that didn't say Tahelquah. They just said Farmers Market. And then we've got t-shirts that say, welcome to the Tahelquah Farmers Market. So a variety of t-shirts. And we're needing to update our website now because we need to put those t-shirts on the website because we've been asked from California, can you send us a t-shirt? So that's kind of neat. Giveaways. Giveaways are an event if you advertise them and have some, I mean every giveaway is different. It depends on what time of year, how you structure those. But giveaways are very important. They help pull people in. And then something that we're looking at for future is the bottom one. Old coops giving advice. It's probably bad advice, but it's free. We have a lot of elderlies that come to our market, and they like to sit around and chat. So this might be for them.
How do you get all that stuff to market? You know, chair, is that the farmer's market manager bringing the chairs, bringing all
Dean,
that
would you
stuff?
stand up, please? We have a trailer, and Dean keeps our trailer and brings the trailer every morning, sets up for us, and takes down and takes the trailer away.
Very good. Are you a paid employee of that, or are you a vendor as well? Or?
He's a paid employee.
Cool. Very nice.
Yes. He's the only one that's paid.
Yep.
And we value that.
Very good.
Okay, next one, please. How to build your market loyalty. The biggest thing I have up here is our hospitality booth. This is very important, we have found. And this is where Dean comes involved. We have infused water. This is free. It's for our customers and it's for our vendors. It can get really hot. And we want them to stay hydrated. So we've had some really strange, different concoctions in our water. I think the strangest one was banana. It took a while to test it, but it was really good. I think the best one was cucumber and lemon mint. That was the best one. So at our hospitality booth, we also have information. This is where the EBT machine is. We have a donation box. We have a scrapbook. This is where recipes are. This is where customers can get more education from us. Down below, music. This is a really big thing in our market. This man right here, he is our music director. Mike rounds up all the different bands and has somebody there with us every week. And we have these little, not chairs, seats, benches, and people like to just hang out and listen to the music. It's really been a fabulous thing to have at our market. Next, please. Sampling. This is really big. We've got all that food there, and not everybody knows what to do with it. So if we can educate them on what they can do with their food, they'll buy it. The first year that we did this, people had patty pan squash and nobody knew what to do with it. And we started grilling it and started selling out. It's like, really? I like that. You might know this young lady up here. She is one of the people that is in charge of this whole organization here today, who brought us together, Meredith. She came and did a pumpkin sampling. She had 2 jars there, one of fresh pureed pumpkin and one of pumpkin out of a can. They were nothing alike, nothing. And then we had the grilling. People really like that, the aromas that come through the market. You know, we have different senses, and if we can tap all of those senses for our customers while they're there, we're doing something good. And then last but not least, and maybe one of the most important things, is we have vendors that bring things for us to eat. When we're there from 7 to 1, you can get pretty hungry. We have a tamale lady. The Home Bakery Act has brought in different sweets for us to eat. We have a lady who does, how do you say, lumpias? Lumpias, something like that. They're an egg roll. What's my last one here? More baked goods. The Baked Goods Home Bakery Act has made a major difference in our market. We have quite a few more vendors because of that. And we have vendors that have branched out.